Now, Jack had a great feeling of devotion for the president. The president was everything that Jack wasn't. The president had position, culture, wealth, everything, and Jack was, to himself, to quote himself, he was the lowest there was. His greatest ambition was to become a candidate for sheriff of Dallas County. That was his greatest ambition. I sat next to him 8 hours a day during the longest trial of Texas history, and I listened to him, watched him, talked to him, and talked to him during the recesses and upstairs in jail at night, and I came to know all about what makes him tick. Now, he went off into this seizure, in my opinion, because subsequent events have corroborated the fact that it was an unconscious shooting at the time. For instance, shortly after the shooting, he was down on the floor. He says, "What are you guys pounding on me for?" when he regained his consciousness. He says, "I'm Jack Ruby. What are you beating on me for?" And then he went up the elevator with Captain Fritz shortly after it. Captain Fritz says, "Why did you do it, Jack?" He says, "Do what?" And that's corroborated. But there have been a lot of people said a lot of things to him. His first lawyer, for instance, suggested to him, and I've never mentioned this, and Jack told me this a number of times, said, "Jack, whenever you get the opportunity to express why you did this, tell him that when Oswald came around the corner in the jail that morning, you saw that sneer on his face, and you went for your gun. You couldn't stand that sneer. And you believe in due process of law, and you knew that Oswald would get the death sentence anyhow, and so you did it to keep Mrs. Kennedy, to spare Mrs. Kennedy and her daughter Carolyn the horrible trip of having to come back to Dallas and testify in court."